for the youngest voting age is usually from 18 or 21. So many people think that this voting age is good and it is effective and it just pleases them. But other people think that this voting age is wrong and it should be lowered. So should the voting age be lowered? Everyone needs anonymity, and in my opinion, I strongly believe that the voting age should be lowered because but I think that children and teens, those who are young, shouldn't be able to vote because they're just too young, and it might be wrong for them to vote because they don't really. It's hard for them to decide things. It's hard for them to decide things, and when they are young and they come to those kind of big events of choosing presidents or choosing the people, then it isn't really it doesn't really fit them. So I will talk about two reasons why I believe that the voting age should be lowered. The first point, I think that when people vote, when those like children or teens vote, they usually don't vote for they usually don't vote for themselves because they are young and it is hard for them to choose who is better, who is worse, and who should be chosen. And they are mostly persuaded by their parents or by famous people or by their friends to vote for this person, to vote for this candidate. And when that happens, they aren't voting for their opinion, which is very, very unfair to the other candidates and to other people who vote for other different candidates. When people vote like that, I think that it is unfair. And children shouldn't vote because they are easily persuaded by other people to vote for a candidate that they think is good, and they're not really having their own opinion. They're voting for another person's opinion, which is very, very wrong. So, for example, about me, I don't vote for because I'm too young. But sometimes I also do things that I think will please my mother. Like I say things that I think that makes my mother pleased to make her happy. And if it comes to voting, many children would love to choose the same candidate as their parents to make them happy or to make them pleased. Now, secondly, I think that children shouldn't vote because they might make a lot of errors and a lot of mistakes to the voting system. When that happens, it means that they are voting and maybe they click on this candidate, but it appears to another candidate, and they think that they accidentally chose this candidate, but maybe in fact the voting system is wrong, and it can also be the opposite too. They might accidentally destroy the voting system, and then it leads to many things. And they think that if it's not their fault, and don't tell anyone because they're afraid that someone might scold them, someone might embarrass them, and it is bad because children don't usually open up. They don't usually open up because they're mostly embarrassed. They're mostly embarrassed of their actions or of their personality or things like that. In conclusion, I strongly believe that the voting age should be lowered because when that happens, then parents will use that chance to persuade their children to vote for a candidate that they think is good. And also, when that happens, children might accidentally make errors or mistakes to the voting system, and they might not even tell anyone, which is very, very bad. That is all my opinion, and thank you for listening.